So I recently completed a collection of 10 sky shards from the farm that we highlighted in a previous video, and I wanted to continue my gold farming for the day, but I wasn't quite prepared to continue that farm for another 10 shards. So I was thinking about other farms I could do that were nearby so that I could do them straight off the bat from getting off from the sky shard farm. And I realised that we have another fantastic big ticket farm in the very same zone. But before we get to that, I would like to announce the winner of the giveaway that I've been hosting since I hit 600 subscribers. I do appreciate that giveaway was supposed to happen at 600, and it has been a little while since we hit 600, but I was caught quite by surprise at how many people have been responding well to the videos lately and been subscribing to the channel. So it's a lovely problem to have, but please have my apologies for the delay in the giveaway. But finally, I am prepared to announce the winner, and the winner is Mr. James May. So if you would like to get in touch, I've got your comment here on the screen. If you want to just message me on YouTube, I will arrange your prize. Now with today's farm. So the farm that we're looking at today is going to be in Siege of Orgrimmar, the Mr. Pandaria raid, and we are going to be looking for 2 battle pets. So these battle pets are Kovok and the Blackfuse Bombling. Now, these are incredibly valuable pets and incredibly rare, but if you are lucky enough to get your hands on them, they do sell for a very good price. Now, there are at least 2 ways, arguably 3, that we're going to discuss on how you can do this farm. So, first up is the obvious, which is to simply run your way through the entirety of the raid. Now, this has some added perks in that there is an extra battle pet, or depending on the difficulty that you're running it on, 2 extra battle pets that you can get, and a mount by doing it this way. The negatives of running the dungeon in its entirety is that you can find yourself taking a lot of time to do it. Particularly the Galakras boss battle has an event tied with it and is simply just a very big time sink. In addition to this, you do also have the issue of the fact that with it being a regular raid, you are tied to 1 lockout per character per week, so it makes it less of a farm and more something to do once a week. Now, obviously the upside of this is that you're going to be killing a lot more mobs and a lot more bosses, and a lot of the steady gold of this farm comes from vendoring the purple items that you're going to be getting from these bosses. Now, there's very little difficulty in running the dungeon, providing you're using a reasonably high level character with some gear. But the limitations of that is also that these higher level characters with the gear are often slower than farming characters, and there is a lot of running in this dungeon. Running it in its entirety can take a very long time, and in my opinion is not particularly efficient. If you do want to do it, then obviously feel free, and it does have the perks that we mentioned before, but there is, in my opinion, a better method. Now, this better method is to use the LFR version of the instance. So this is queued for from an NPC just nearby to the Skyshard farm from our previous video, and it is as easy as getting yourself to this NPC and queuing for the downfall of Garrosh from his selection of LFRs that you can queue for. Now, the perks of doing this from the LFR method is that the bosses that drop the pets that we are interested in are right at the very end of the dungeon. So if you were going to just go for these pets and you wanted to run the instance in its entirety, I do believe you have to kill 11 out of 14 bosses before you can get to the ones that we actually want the drops for. However, if you use this method and queue from the NPC, you are actually entered at the boss that you want to kill. You only have to kill 2 bosses, and they are the 2 that drop the pets. If you use this method, it can take, maybe you could do it in sub 2 minutes if you are incredibly fast. And obviously that is much more efficient than the 30+ minutes to run the instance that it normally takes. Now, if you have been doing the Skyshard farm that I've alluded to earlier in the video, then you will find yourself able to collect the bonus rolls that you get for this instance. Now, you will have been collecting these little lucky charms that you were gathering that have gone straight into your currency tab from the Skyshard farm, and these can be converted into bonus rolls for the Siege of Orgrimmar. Now, unlike bonus rolls for current content, there is no limit on how many of these you can get in a week. There is only a limit on how many you can hold at one time, which is 20. Now, you get 3 bonus rolls per 50 of those charms that you've been getting, and if you've been doing the Sky Shard farm, you will have a ridiculous amount and you will have no problem getting as many bonus rolls as you would like. Now, in order to acquire these bonus rolls, next to the NPC, you will be able to go to your faction city. So if you imagine there are 3 large buildings in the zone, there is one on the left for the Horde, one on the right for the Alliance, and one in the middle, which is the Mogashan Terrace, which is where you find the NPC for queuing for LFR. If you go to your faction capital, there will be a daily handed. If you show low level quest tracking on your minimap, you will be able to spot the NPC that you trade in to get these bonus rolls. Now, the bonus rolls do give pets. It is very low odds that you will get a pet from a bonus roll, just the same as it is that you will get one from the boss, but it is obviously an extra chance and well worth your doing. Now this leads nicely onto a point I wanted to make that I am a little bit unsure of, and maybe you guys can help clear up for me. I believe there is a bug currently in doing this method. Now, this is the part where I need some clarity. I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's intended, but currently, if you were to run the LFR and do the 2 bosses that drop the pet, and then proceed to leave the LFR and re-queue, you are able to use another bonus roll in order to continually farm this method. You get regular loot the first time you run the instance, and you do not get it any multiple times after that, but you do get the opportunity to bonus roll, which can give loot every single time. Now, personally, I don't like doing this. I'm not sure if it's a bug, which would put me off, and also I am just not of the opinion that it is efficient to use this method, as there is only the 1 chance of loot. There are large loot tables and low odds. It doesn't work in your favour. My personal favourite method to use is to do this trick, as it were, on every single character that I have weekly. It takes 2 minutes per character, and you have a very good return even if you do not get the pets. I get about 500 gold a run just from vendoring the purple items and the gold that I get from the bosses themselves. The biggest limitation to overcome for this farm is getting yourself to the NPC that queues you. Now, this is actually incredibly simple for any character that is of Legion level or higher, as you will have access to the Dalaran Hearthstone. Now, if you do, you can simply use your Dalaran Hearthstone, then go around the corner from where you land into your faction's area of Dalaran, at which point you are then going to be able to take the portal to your faction capital, and once you land in your faction capital, you will be in your portal room, and from your portal room you will be able to take a portal to Honeydew Village, and then simply fly to the location as I'm showing you on screen here. Now, the very last point that I want to make is that if you are using this method and you are finding yourselves having some difficulty due to a bug on the Paragons of the Klaxi, which are the second boss that we will need to be killing for this farm, they do have a known issue by which if you kill them too fast, they can bug out and they don't continually come down as they are supposed to, and you can find yourself with some of the mobs trapped up on the ledge and unhittable. Now, in order to prevent this bug from happening, it's actually really simple. When the fight begins, 3 of the Paragons will come down to the ground level, and you need to make sure that they all land and are attackable before you attack any of them and kill one. So as long as you activate the event and then just wait patiently for the 3 to land, you can then murder them as quickly as you would like with no issues. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then please do give it a like. If not, then please let me know that too down in the comments below so I can improve for the next one. If you are interested in the series, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Later.